Welcome to Scott Gym on campus of St. Christopher's School for this varsity basketball game featuring Trinity and your St. Christopher Saints. Now please stand for the national anthem. Now for the starters for tonight's game. Starting with the visiting team. Number 3, Trey Coles. Number 4, Brent Thompson. Number 5, Keith Gregory. Number 10, Alex Jacob. And number 12, Mason Patrick. Number 2, Sonny Bridges. From the guard, number 5, Steve Cosby. Starting forward, number 10, Kelly Welch. Starting at center, number 35, Darius Grant. And starting at guard, number 3, Brandon Jennings.
Hello and welcome to this Prep League semifinal here at Scott Gym on the campus of the St. Christopher Saints. I'm Edison Palumbi alongside JT Mason, and we have a great Friday night matchup for all you tuning in as St. Christopher's going to match up with Trinity for the 4th time this year and look to complete that 4-0 sweep. And this one's the biggest one of them all.
This is the first time Coach Jones has seen it in his 15 years here.
St. Christopher's controls the tip. Sonny Bridges gets it over for Brandon Jennings, and for Darius Gray, spinning, kicks it back out. Kellen Welch tries a 3, no good. Rebound taken in by Brent Thompson. They'll get Darius Gray for a foul. So, about 16 seconds in, Saints big man already picked up his first. That's not a great sign.
Before this game, you and I were talking about some keys, and keeping Darius out of foul trouble was one of those.
He's had some games where he's been flirting with those 5 fouls. This year, we don't want to see that here. It's Alex Chaikin now gets it in. Mason Patrick going up, strong, no good. Fight for the rebound. Going to be staying with the Titans as Keaton Gregory got in there and knocked it off Darius Gray. as the refs have to back the student section off of the court a bit as that pass tipped by Darius, but be retained by Trinity. 20 on the shot clock. Gregory gets it in. He tried to get it to Brent Thompson, but it was tipped by Bridges. Here's Chaikin now. Driving, runs into a trap, gets it off for Patrick. 6 on the shot clock. Mason Patrick driving, goes up, and he traveled. Very strong first defensive possession for St. Christopher's.
Great crowd here for St. Christopher's tonight. A double student section than what we're used to. Only seen really in the John Marshall game.
As Brandon Jennings can't hit, but Darius Gray comes up with the offensive rebound, kicks it out. Cosby for 3, puts it in! Stuart Cosby gets the game started off hot for St. Christopher's. They lead 3-0. We were talking before the game, and we both said we think Stewart's the X factor tonight as the jumper. No good from Trey Cole's rebound taken by Kellen Welch, but he's going to throw it away. It's going to be going to Trinity. But back to what I was saying. We both agreed Stewart's the X factor for the Saints tonight. As if he can get hot, there's not very many teams in the state who can beat St. Christopher's.
No, the last 2 Trinity games, I believe, he's been on the relatively quiet side. With him in a bit better of a position here tonight, he might get more looks, and he already has made his first, so that's a good sign looking forward.
Brent Thompson couldn't hit that jumper, falling away. It's Darius Gray now, double team comes, gets through it, but pass off target, and he hits Chaikin. He'll drive, goes coast to coast, and lays it in. First bucket of the night for the Titans.
Another interesting factor here, the Saints and the Titans will have to get used to, is a different officiating crew than the usual ones in Richmond.
As Bridges can't hit from 3. Long rebound out to Brent Thompson.
In fact, for tournaments like this, they bring referees down from a different officiating group from Northern Virginia. And so Coach Jones and the other coaches from the Richmond area have to learn and get with the program kind of quick for whatever group they have.
As that 3-pointer from Mason Patrick, up and good. Here's Brandon Jennings, gets a screen from Darius Gray, sends it over for Kellen Welch, passed up an open 3, hands it off to Bridges. Guarded by Brent Thompson. It's Darius Gray, gets it near the top of the key. He'll drive and he lays it in. He wanted a foul, but the refs letting them be very physical tonight. Here's Chaikin, gets a screen from Patrick. Now tries to get it to him, and the pass tipped by Welch. Here's Jennings, gets it up ahead for Bridges, goes up, count it, and 1! Sonny Bridges with a tough finish, and he'll go to the line to try to finish off the 3-point play.
Fouls on number 10, Alex Chaikin for Trinity. Very important for them here tonight. One of their big players in the last couple of games we played them.
As Keaton Gregory will sit. As we're going to see Teron Nelson come on. As Bridges sinks the free throw, 8-5. As coming on now is going to be Elijah Brandon, as Darius Gray will take a seat. Thompson over for Patrick. Here's Chaikin, driving, going up, falling away, no good. Rebound ripped down by Jennings. He's flying down there, goes up, and can't get the roll. So 2 free throws coming up for the VCU commit, Brandon Jennings. And what is there to say that we haven't already said about Brandon's performance this year?
Well, for one, you and I have been here for most of it all. His performance has been spectacular, often when we need him most. Some games he hasn't even stepped out. Safe to say that he's a special type of glue holding this team and keeping it at a high level.
In the last game against Trinity, the Saints were down by as much as 8 in that fourth quarter, but Brandon took over and willed them back to a 13-point win. They ended that game on a 22-2 run. It was very impressive showing on the road by the Saints. So here's Trey Coles, pulls up from 3, no good. Rebound, Kellen Welch. Bridges pulls it back. So Elijah Brandon getting his first touch of the night. Gets a screen from Welch. Sends it over for Stu Cosby. Jennings can't come up with it. It's stolen by Chaikin. And Chaikin goes up, rejected by Jennings. Rebound ripped down by Welch. Fight for it, and that's going to be a jump ball. And it'll be staying with Trinity. As that's a tough finish from Mason Patrick. (9-7), just under 5 minutes into this first quarter. There's Brandon Jennings. Pulls up from way outside, puts it in. Brandon Jennings. Not his first points of the night. It will be his first basket of the night. As that pass is going to be over the head of Isaiah Carter, the 8th grader. Yes, I was correct there. He is an 8th grader. So Saints probably not going to look forward to seeing him the next 5 years. As here is Jennings. Tried to get it out to Brandon, but it was turned over. There's Chaikin spinning, loses it. That's going to the Saints. Is Darius Gray ready to check back in? As Kellen Welch will take a seat.
It is interesting to play as an 8th grader, as you'll burn your extra year of eligibility in the high school sports. I forget what it's called. I think VHSL, yeah, Virginia High School Sports League. You're only allowed to play 5 years of a varsity sport, so interesting choice to play as an 8th grader instead of possibly reclassing there.
Here's Elijah Brandon for 3, no good. Rebound by Chaikin. Sends it up ahead, Trey Coles for 3. Rims out. Tough board, pulled down by Brandon. It's to Stu Cosby. Swings it over for Brandon Jennings. Puts up a 3. Air ball.
Unusual one there from Brandon Jennings.
Not often we see him misfire like that. There's another young player for Trinity, number 20, Josiah Walker, into the game. Listed at just 5'8". As here's Patrick spinning, goes up. Not sure if Cosby got a piece of that, but that's going to the Saints. Is when Trinity tried to come in for the rebound, it looked like he kicked it when standing out of bounds already. (12-7), just over 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cosby gets it in, Bridges. Jennings in for Darius Gray. 2 men come, swings it out. Elijah Brandon, back Cosby, puts up a 3. No good. Rebound, tipped out, taken in by Brandon. New 20 for the Saints. And that's going to be a foul. I believe they got Mason Patrick, and yes, that is correct. So Here's Darius Gray off the inbound. Backing in, has it taken away by Trey Coles. Impressive defensive display from the senior. Here's Patrick. He traveled. Caught the ball and forgot to dribble.
Was thinking of running with the ball there before he actually had it in full control. Happens to everyone time to time.
Under a minute left here. Jennings crossing over, kicks it out, Bridges. What dribble, pulls up, and jumper is good. Beautiful shot from Bridges. Lead it back to 7. Here's Patrick, he has to be careful, nearly went back court. He gets it out, Trey Coles, it's a long 2, and it's good. Here's Jennings. Wanted to go quick, but slows things down here, gets it to Bridges. Swings it over, Brandon, one more pass, Cosby for 3. No good, and that's gonna be a foul against Teron Nelson as he pulled down Darius Gray. So another possession now for the Saints as Kellen Welch will come back in, Darius will sit.
The only reason you know that for sure is a foul is it's Darius Gray. It's not, you cannot take him down easily.
If you pull down Darius Gray like that, definitely a foul. He is not one who would go down lightly.
I don't think I could do that normally, so.
Here is Brandon Jennings. 10 to go in the first quarter. Game clock down to 6, gets a screen from Cosby. Brandon Jennings kicks it out, gets it to Cosby. One dribble, puts it up, off the glass, no good. And that will do it for your first quarter. St. Christopher's looks good. Your score, 14-9 after the first 8. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. After a pretty nice display in that first quarter, St. Christopher's leads 14-9 after the initial 8.
We say nice display as Saints commentators here, but I'm sure the Trinity section, 4th game of the year, down again in quarter number 1, they'll have a different opinion.
They are probably getting pretty tired of seeing the Saints team, but they hope that this time's finally the charm. Here's Brandon Jennings backing in, falling away, jumper, short, rebound by Alex Chaikin.
Jennings there in a cramped spot. The only thing you could do is throw it away or take a long shot there. And with him, long shots are either, well, as with anyone, you either make them or you don't.
Here's Brent Thompson for 3. Speaking of long shots, he rattles that one home. (14-12). Stuart Cosby gets it over for Jennings. Back to Bridges. It's a screen from Gray. Bridges drives, takes it out. Welch corner 3. No good. Rebound ripped down by Gray. One dribble, goes up. Shot blocked. But they're going to get a foul on Gregory. So that's going to be his second. Excuse me, his first. already 5 different Trinity players with fouls. The only starter who's been off the books was Brent Thompson, as Darius hits the first free throw.
I think they're just taking turns, you know, keep everyone out of foul trouble or get everyone in foul trouble, you know, whichever one they decide to take tonight.
Second free throw from Gray. Short, rebound by Mason Patrick. Brent Thompson in for Chaikin, goes up, runs over Gray. A lot of contact, no call. And here's Bridges going up. He's hit, it looks like, but he still lays it in. These refs letting these boys play, as I think it should have been, could have been argued that it should have been a shooting foul on both ends right there.
Yeah, agreed. As I was saying earlier.
As Chaikin sinks a 3. But, I mean, in my opinion, as long as you're consistent, it's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
consistency is key. Both teams learning how these refs are going to officiate. Typically, we don't see too much contact allowed in Richmond at all.
As that's a foul there. It's going to be against Brandon Jennings.
We had some parents ready to jump up there if that wasn't called for Trinity, I think.
Yeah. So that's going to be the first on Jennings. The ref's convening about something here. And excuse me, that's not going to be a foul on Brandon Jennings. I'll just say that ball went out of bounds. So that play could be something that could turn out to be crucial for the Saints later, as their star player gets a foul taken off the books. But one of the other stars, Sonny Bridges, is going to be called for a foul right there. That'll be his first, team's first of the quarter. Here's Trey Coles. Gregory goes up, missed it. Here's Jennings now. Hesitation, goes up with the right, no good. Rebound by Brent Thompson. And he's gonna go coast to coast. No good off the glass. That's gonna be an over the back foul on Gregory. So that'll be 2 on Keaton Gregory, is that correct?
You're correct there. 6 fouls overall for Trinity through these first 11 minutes, almost 11.
Here's Bridges in for Gray, hands it off to Jennings, long 2, no good. Brandon not looked like himself tonight, struggling from the field. Only 1 made basket, as there's a deep 3 from Chaikin. No good. Not sure their coach would be happy with that shot selection with 21 on the shot clock.
I think one of the factors for Brandon here tonight is he has the same people guarding him as he's had for the previous 3 games against them.
Yeah.
And they've even tried to double team him a bit here.
As there's Trey Coles. 3 looked good from where we were sitting, but it ends up short. Elijah Brandon kicks it to Cosby, swings it to Brandon Jennings. He'll isolate with Chaikin. Driving, goes up. Strong finish from Jennings. As that's gonna be a timeout taken by Coach Jones. Hopefully that's the shot that gets Brandon going, as sometimes after you've missed a bunch, just seeing one go down can help you get your confidence back.
Confidence is everything in a high school league. I've seen it, you've seen it. The players know it themselves.
Timeout by the Saints. We'll be back in about 17 seconds. Hello and welcome back after the timeout. 4:18 to go in the second quarter. 19-15 your score here at Scott Gym, the home of your St. Christopher Saints. As the second-seeded hosts try to defeat third-seeded Trinity Titans, as that's going to be a foul on Sonny Bridges, his second.
Clear foul there, you could see.
As Connor Campbell, Jack Dem checked in during the timeout, and after the picking up his second foul, Bridges will sit as Elijah Brandon gets some run.
You can see Chaikin's head just shoot back there. Caught a bit of a elbow, I think, there.
I think this is the first game all year Jack Dem has not worn a long sleeve undershirt.
Oh, you're right.
As there's Patrick falling. He traveled. I believe that's a third travel on Mason Patrick so far.
You are correct. That is his third travel tonight. Unusual for him.
Yeah.
But the Saints, in practice, they've been really working on guarding him specifically. They've switched out some certain formations to have one guy on him more of the time than in the last game 2 weeks ago from today. He got open a couple times. Coach Jones showed me some film that he was referring to. And they switched the lineup around, actually, in order to get more guys on those outside men.
Trap comes for Jennings, gets it off to Brandon. Here's Connor Campbell now, leaves it off. Darius Gray goes up, missed it. Rebound, Dem throws it up, no good. Trey Coles comes down with it. I think Dem maybe should have taken some time to collect himself there, as there's another foul. We'll see whether it's on Dem or Jennings. That's going to be on Jack Dem, his first. Teron Nelson gets it over for Thompson. Crossing over, driving, goes up. Got to the rim and had a good look, but left it short on the finger roll. Here's Brandon Jennings.
Might have been tipped a little on his way up. It kind of rolled out of his hand.
And there's just no way to guard that shot. As Brandon steps back, hits a three. It's his second. And all of a sudden, shots starting to fall for him. He's up to 9 points. Here's Coles falling away. No good. Rebound ripped down by Jennings. He's going to push. Now leaves it off for Dem. Swings it. One more pass. Brandon for three. Puts it in. Elijah Brandon, the lead is up to 10, and Trinity needs a timeout. We will be back. Hello and welcome back. St. Christopher's extends their lead up to a game-high 10 here. Under 3 minutes to go in this first half. Patrick kicks it out, shaken for three, no good. Rebound taken in by Gray.
I think Teron Nelson there was surprised with the force that Darius Gray just grabbed that ball with.
Jennings kicks it. Nailed a Trinity student standing over by that back wall. As Stu Cosby, Kellen Welch check back in.
Mason Patrick coming off of the Titans, pointed to his nose. Hope everything's okay with him. Isaiah Carter looks like stepping on for him right now.
As Elijah Brandon denied the inbound to Deuce Mason, but they do manage to get it in over to Isaiah Carter.
Looks like the Titans are on game plan 4T.
As that's knocked away, here's Brandon Jennings and throws it down. 27-15. Shaken, manages to recollect it, goes up, missed it. And they're gonna get Stuart Cosby for a foul. That slam from Brandon Jennings, not quite as enthusiastic as the one we saw to end near the end of the game against Trinity, as Nelson can't hit the first free throw. But Nelson hits the second. (27-16). Here's Brandon Jennings. Pulls up from three. No good. Rebound by Mason Patrick. Deuce Mason splits the lane. Missed the layup. It was halfway down. I don't know how that didn't fall in.
The hot air from the Saints over there just pushed it back up, I guess. That's why we need a big student section.
As Darius Gray turns around, hits the jumper. How are you supposed to guard Darius if he's making that shot?
You get a wall. Get the tallest brick wall you can, you just put it right in front of him.
Yeah, that might be all you can do. As here's Deuce Mason, swings it to Chaikin, 12 on the shot clock. Gets it out, Mason. Back to Chaikin in the corner, puts up a three, blocked by Welch. And that's gonna be a foul on Elijah Brandon. First free throw from Patrick is good. And hits the second. As Josiah Walker will check on now as well. As he's going to get called for a hook right there. With all due respect, I'm not sure Walker's a great matchup for Brandon Jennings. About a 6-inch height advantage for Brandon there.
Yeah, and reach too. That's a big thing, especially on the inbounds.
Yeah, Brandon has very long arms. Here's Elijah Brandon. Gets it in for Jennings. Double team comes, falling away over two, gets the roll. Lead up to 13. Trinity can hold for the final shot. We'll see what they do. Shaken, spinning, gets around Jennings, gets in. And he's fouled somewhere. Do you see who that foul was against?
I did not.
I'm not
They
sure.
held up a 5 and a 2. Sonny's not on, and Stu is not near him.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but
It says it's on Stuart Cosby. It's his second, but I did not see Stuart near where the play occurred. I may have to watch that back just to see what.
unsure as Chaikin hits the free throw. 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. First half. Here's Brandon Jennings. Gets a screen from Cosby. Kicks it to Darius Gray. Puts up a three. No good. And all in all, a very impressive first half by St. Christopher's. They go to the break leading 31-20. We will be back in 10 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the second half. St. Christopher's holding on to a 31-20 lead at the break. These final 16 minutes will decide who moves on to the Prep League Championship.
This game is about a little bit more than just that too. These schools have always been a little bit over the top against each other.
So here's Brent Thompson driving, goes up, he's fouled.
And personally, I have not seen what a Trinity win would look like yet in my time here. But
let's not jinx it.
I'm not trying to jinx it. That's why I was hesitant to say.
Fair enough, fair enough. As Thompson to the line for two, hits the first. As, wow, shocking result from up in Charlottesville. Stab is currently only up 2 points on Woodbury. As both free throws are good from Thompson, but whoever wins this game, they're got to be hoping the Tigers can pull it off. As Stab has not lost in the Prep League. Here's Cosby for three. Puts it in! Stuart Cosby, second three of the night. Lead back up to 12. We will keep you posted on the score up in Charlottesville as there's a nice jumper from Brent Thompson. Welch. Jennings steps back, three-pointer. It's good! Brandon Jennings for three. Lead is a game-high 13 for the Saints. Trey Coles driving, runs into a double team, stolen by Welch, but Coles gets it back, and that's gonna be off the foot of Darius Gray. Thompson, and that's going to be waved off. Foul before the shot. Gregory, shaken now, goes up, missed it, rebound Patrick, and he lays it in.
Thompson for the Titans was looking great in warm-ups prior to this second half. He made 7 threes straight just warming up.
Here's Darius Gray, double team, swings it out. Elijah Brandon puts up a three, no good. Shaken, back, Thompson finally misses one but gets his own rebound. Tries to get around Welch, it's a blocking foul.
Did I do a good jinx that time?
Hopefully.
I said he made 7 straight, so maybe it works on both teams. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Just maybe extra in the playoffs. I don't know.
Hopefully. It's Coles. Shaken. Guarded by Darius Gray out on the perimeter. He'll drive, runs into a double team, slipping, he traveled. Nowhere to go for Alex Shaken, and the Saints force a turnover.
It's his 4th travel of the game now.
That's his first, that's the fourth overall. Those other 3 were all by Patrick.
Ah, shoot. I completely spaced out on that one. Yes,
Ooh,
4 travels on Patrick.
Goes through the hands of Welch. He's fouled.
And just like the travels, he will now pick up a 2nd foul for the night for himself. First of this quarter for the Titans.
Saints will inbound from the baseline. Gets it in, Darius Gray. One dribble, missed the layup, gets it back, throws it up before landing, no good. And that's going to be off of the Saints.
Hard to see from our perspective there.
Yeah. Here's Patrick driving on Cosby, goes up, and that's going to be a foul. So another update from Charlottesville. As the third quarter buzzer sounded, Stab hit a three, lead 62-59 for St. Anne's Belfield over Woodbury. And the implications of this game are, if Stab wins tonight, no matter who wins between St. Christopher's or Trinity, they would be traveling to Stab tomorrow for a 5:30 Prep League Championship, as Patrick does hit the first free throw. And if Woodbury were to pull it off, they would be traveling to either Trinity or St. Christopher's, depending on who wins this contest.
I think if Trinity wins, they would travel to Woodbury. If Woodbury...
No, Trinity's the 3 seed. So either way, it would be a home game for whoever wins this if Woodbury does take it. Here's Cosby, gets it over Darius Gray. Bridges, back to Gray, facing up. Double team comes, kicks it out, corner, Cosby three. It's good! Stuart Cosby! Third three of the night, lead is 12. Patrick pulls up, way off. Rebound, Jennings.
Oh, you're right.
He's gonna push. Kicks it out. Brandon for three. Short. Rebound, Patrick knocked away, but Shakin comes down with it. He's pushing. Brandon's still fighting for it. Has tried to get it to Gregory, goes through his hands, manages to keep it in, but it's stolen by Elijah Brandon. He goes up and under, no good off the glass, but gets his own rebound. Kicks it out, Bridges. Driving, goes up. Counted and one! Sonny Bridges! The lead is 14. This student section is rocking. And a timeout for Trinity. Lead up to a game-high 14 with just over 90 seconds to go. Excuse me, no, just over halfway to go in the third quarter. And we will be back in a minute. Another score update from Charlottesville now. Stab starting to pull away. Extended their lead up to 7 early in the fourth. Bridges hits the free throw. Lead is 15 as Stu Cosby will take a seat. Starting to feel like do or die for the Titans. Saints extending the lead, as that's a backcourt violation. That is not what you want. Welch Over for Gray. Here's Brandon. He tried to get it to Bridges. Pass tipped. Saved by Welch. Elijah Brandon now. 10 on the shot clock. In for Darius Gray. Spinning. Goes up. Lays it in. The lead is 17. Thompson tries to get it to Coles, but it's stolen and thrown right back to Trinity, however. Here's Chaikin driving, splits a double team. Teron Nelson. Jumper no good. Jennings gets a screen from Welch. Driving, and he's fouled. 2 free throws coming up for the senior. Jennings, first free throw is up and good. Second free throw from Jennings, no good, off the back iron. Trinity needs points. Deuce Mason barely gets it over to Trey Coles. Splits a double team, loses it, gets it to Mason, however, puts up a 3. Short, rebound, Darius Gray. Here's Bridges. It's a screen from Welch. Sonny Bridges kicks it back, Kellen Welch. Here's Brandon Jennings. Clears it out, sends it to Welch. Darius Gray, 8 on the shot clock. Back to Gray, driving, spinning, kicks it out. Brandon has to get it up. He does, and it's blocked, but a late foul. As Trinity bails out the Saints. As what was about to be a shot clock violation is turned in to 2 free throws for Elijah Brandon. As they're going to get Isaiah Carter, the 8th grade shooting guard, on the foul. And the lead is 20 now for the Saints. Trinity just needs anything. Chaikin. Trey Coles nearly traveled. Gets it out for Deuce Mason. In for Patrick off the side of the backboard. Here's Bridges. Spinning, kicks it out. Brandon, corner 3. Short.
Patrick is looking really tired there.
As he goes up, finally Trinity gets a basket to fall.
He's been on most of the game for the Titans, hasn't had a break, back and forth. He's definitely going to be sleeping well after this.
As here's Darius Gray, goes up. Tough angle, missed it. Here's Coles. Gets around Jennings, nice dribbling, lays it in. Brandon Jennings.
Typically, Coles has played a larger role for the Titans.
So here's Darius Gray. Shot blocked. And that's going to be going to the Saints.
As Coles has only scored below double digits in both games, when he typically is a much bigger part of the Titans' offense.
Here's Stuart Cosby checking in now, as Darius will take a seat. Jennings gets it in on the inbound to Kellen Welch. Spinning. Has to get rid of it. Gets it to Jennings. This falls down. Fight for the rebound. And see what the call is. It's going to be a timeout by Coach Jones.
It's one of the best calls you can make in that situation.
Yep, not much else he could have done. As with just under a minute to go, we will be right back. Hello and welcome back. Saints inbounding from under the basket. Lead is 16. 59 seconds in the third quarter. Darius Gray, the inbounder, gets it over. Cosby puts up a three. Short and can't come up with the rebound. That was incredible play design there with barely any time left on the shot clock. Getting your best shooter a wide open look from behind the arc. Couldn't hit it, but.
Smart timeout and smart draw up for that play there.
So here's Coles. Patrick hands it off, Deuce Mason. Patrick, guarded by Gray, driving, tries to back in, gets around him and lays it in. Lead down to 14, a quick 6-0 run by Trinity, and that's keeping them in this game. Here's Bridges. Saints can hold for the final shot. 13. Under 10 now, Bridges drives, loses it. Fight for the loose ball, and a jump ball will be called with 3.5 to go. Possession arrow to St. Christopher's.
Luck of the draw there for the Saints both times. Gone to the ground. First one timeout, second one jump ball. Both going to the Saints here.
As Teron Walker checks in now for Trinity. Gray, the inbounder, looking, gets it in. Bridges steps back, three-pointer. Is wedged in the rim. It's a pretty eventful way to end that third quarter, and a great showing from the Saints. They extended the lead up to 20, sits at 14 now with just 8 minutes to go.
You're quick.
Hello and welcome back. Saints lead 14, not out of the woods yet, but things are looking good. They just need a couple good minutes here as Coles missed it, but Gregory had a wide open look at the rim, couldn't finish it off. Would have cut the lead down to 4 possessions. Here's Jennings. Brandon to Cosby, hands it off to Jennings. He'll drive, goes up, missed the layup. And rebound taken in by Keaton Gregory. Shaken, spinning, continuously spinning, falling away. Shot no good. Rebound Elijah Brandon. Hands it off. Jennings puts up a three. No good. Rebound by Trinity. Gives it to Chaikin. Driving on Brandon. Spins, gets around him, and lays it in off the glass. Saints got the lead up to 20, but an 8-0 run by Trinity since.
Took 6 possessions to score points in this quarter already.
Titans student section believing they're back in it. Jennings steps back, three-pointer, and he is fouled by Trey Coles. Trinity student section chanting air ball. I don't think they're aware that that was a foul.
Third foul on Trey Coles. First team foul for the Titans in this quarter.
Because Brandon can't hit the first free throw. Hits the second. So one more coming up for the senior. As Jennings goes 2 for 3 at the line. Lead up to 14 as Kellen Welch checks in. Stu Cosby will take a seat. Chaikin, Patrick, Trinity down 14, needing points, stripped by Jennings, but it falls to Chaikin. Spinning, gets it off Patrick. Spinning out, Brent Thompson puts up a three, no good. It's probably not the shot Trinity wanted there. Very tough look from behind the arc. Still plenty of time on the shot clock as well. Here's Brandon Jennings.
It's a really tough look, especially when you have Sonny right in front of you as well.
That's going to be a travel on Bridges. We've seen a lot of travels called tonight.
There have been a lot of travels called tonight.
At least what, 5, 6?
I think we're at 7 travels.
Very unorthodox number. Here's Thompson. Thought about another three. Hands it off to Coles. Right back to Thompson. Pump fake. Guarded by Elijah Brandon. Driving, and he's fouled.
Typically, you see about 2 travels per team a game.
If that.
Yeah, if that. But especially with a much more physical game, I guess we're expected to see a little bit more.
There's Thompson for 3, short. Rebound by Elijah Brandon. Throws it ahead for Bridges. Maybe not the smartest pass.
No, he could have held it there, passed it to anyone he wanted.
Especially in a situation like this where they're trying to limit the number of possessions.
And Sonny had a guy on him too, so.
Yeah. If he was wide open, maybe, but I don't know about that. Coles driving, falling away off the glass, and good. It'll be a timeout taken by Coach Jones. 5:20 to go. Saints lead 50-38. We will be right back.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. 5:20 remaining. Saints up 50-38. 12-point lead. Lead's been between 1 and about 20 here tonight. Saints looking to hold and make the lead bigger. Kellen here to inbound.
Here is Sonny Bridges. Lead is 12 for the Saints. Welch. Darius Gray. Gets it to Bridges. Over to Gray. Jennings in the post, backing in. Leaves it off. Gray loses it. Taken in by Coles. Sends it ahead. Brent Thompson. Patrick lays it in as Kellen Welch takes a hard fall.
He was expecting a little bit more of the Titans player to be right there. Instead, he was not, taking a hard fall. Not good for Kellen. Certainly not good for the team if that was anything worse at all.
Lead down to 10, 4:41 to go. As Darius Gray throws it up, here's Bridges and lays it in. Darius Gray drops a dime. You know, one of the best offensive line recruits in the class of 26. After seeing that, you see Coach Cleland in the stands over there. Maybe he wants him to play quarterback next year.
We have talked a little bit about that. It is safe to say that door is closed, and we are not opening it again.
As here's shaken, my goodness, Brandon Jennings. Skies in for the rejection.
Coach Jones and I actually talked a little bit about Darius Gray playing football earlier.
Brent Thompson.
Almost another steal from Brandon Jennings.
As Patrick hits the three, as the shot clock was nearly expired. Here's Jennings. Lead is 9, under 4 minutes to go. Darius Gray. Bridges. Right back to Gray, driving. Double team doesn't come, but he missed the layup. Rebound, Patrick. Teron Nelson, floater is good. As St. Christopher's needs a timeout, the lead down to 7. And we will be back. Hello and welcome back. In a game that just about 8 minutes ago looked like it was going to be a St. Christopher's blowout. Trinity battling back on a 17-4 run. At one point it was 48-28, now it's 52-45. And the Titans believing they can pull off a miraculous comeback here in Scott Gym. Prep League semifinals. Here's Stu Cosby. Darius Gray, Brandon Jennings now gets a screen from Gray, gives it off to him, goes up, lays it in. Here's Trey Coles. Steps back, got Cosby in the air, didn't put it up. As Thompson leaves it off, Teron Nelson lays it in. Lead right back to 7. Here's Jennings.
Saints coverage is breaking down a little bit on the outside.
Kellen Welch had a scary fall earlier. He's back in. Darius Gray, double team comes, sends it out. Welch thought about a 3. Back in for Gray. Goes up and count it! And the foul! Darius Gray! Two huge baskets from the sophomore center, and he has a chance to extend the lead back to 10. As cannot hit the free throw, leads still 3 possessions, 56-47. Brent Thompson chased out to the half-court line, and that's an over and back. And that is a bad call. He did not cross the line. There's no other way to phrase it. That's a bad call. He didn't cross the line, and Trinity cheated out of a possession right there, but I'm sure the Saints aren't complaining. The lead is 9, 2:20 to go.
I will go double check real quick.
I mean, I'm not sure, but from our angle, it looked like he did not cross.
I was working with my scoring sheet, so
As what a finish from Bridges. The lead back to 11. Trinity wants a timeout. 2:04 to go, 58-47. We will be right back in a minute.
What? Yes, after further review of VAR, excuse me, my watching the replay of this shows that he actually did step over and back.
His heel just barely crossed. What looks like a bad call in real time, in my opinion, was actually an incredible call by the referee.
Yeah, the referees are pretty on point with this game so far. A little bit more physical than what both teams are used to.
Like we mentioned earlier, if the level of physicality they're allowing is consistent, that's not a bad thing at all.
No, it's actually a good thing for the team.
And they've done a very good job at being consistent tonight. Shaken over to Trey Coles. They're down 11. Mason Patrick goes up and he's fouled.
Foul is on Kellen Welch. That is his second of the game tonight.
As cannot be missing free throws with the score standing as it is. This is Patrick, can't convert the first. His second one is good. Lead is 10. Trinity moving to a full court press. Here's Bridges, gets it off to Welch. Here's Jennings, right back to Welch. Gorgeous job breaking the press. But he loses it there, stolen by Chaikin, but Jennings gets it right back. Trinity parents screaming for a foul. Minute 40 to go. Here's Jennings.
Those are the fouls coaches will often like to have, but we have been playing at a higher level of physicality, and that includes that one foul right there.
It's unclear what that whistle was. Not sure why there was a stoppage in play, but the Saints will inbound. Minute 31, 15 seconds on the game, or excuse me, on the shot clock. Saints lead. Oh no, excuse me, they will take a timeout. A little bit of an unorthodox stoppage there, but nonetheless, the Saints take a timeout. 58-48 your score. We will be back in a minute. Hello and welcome back.
After mysterious series of events there, sorry for interrupting.
But 91 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Saints lead is 10. They just have to take care of the ball, hit some free throws, and things are looking up for the Saints. Here's Jennings. Pass tipped and stolen. Nelson, but he loses it. Taken right back by Jennings. He'll slow things down now. Fresh 30 on the clock for the Saints. Trap comes, gets it off Bridges. 20 on the shot clock. Here's Jennings, and he's fouled by Chaikin. Third foul of the quarter on Trinity.
Brandon does know how to draw fouls there. A little bit extra animated on that one.
You know, part of being a successful basketball player, and especially a guard, is being a good actor. So nothing wrong with that. So here's Bridges driving, and he's fouled. They're going to get Deuce Mason as just one more foul, and then Trinity will be in the bonus, and the Saints will be on the free throw line. Darius Gray gets it in for Jennings. Pass stolen, but Jennings does recover it. Trap coming. Manages to get around it. Brandon Jennings drives, loses it. That's going to stay with St. Christopher's. 55.4.
Darius is perhaps one of the hardest hustlers I see. If he makes a mistake or anything, he is the first to right back to that ball.
12 on the shot clock for the Saints. Darius Gray gets it in, right back to him, and he misses the layup, but that's going to be off the foot of Teron Nelson, and it's staying with the Saints.
Some not very happy parents here with that, as I can't blame them. It seems like everything is going in the way of the Saints on that side of the court.
Very frustrating game for Trinity. There's a fresh 30 for the Saints. 50.3 on the game clock. Here's Bridges. Trap comes, gets it over Cosby in for Welch. And that's a hard foul by Teron Nelson.
Kellen is taking a bit of a beating tonight.
But he'll go to the stripe for two. The first free throw from Welch is good. It's his first points of the night, coming with just about 44.3 seconds to go in the game.
The great thing about Kellen is he doesn't need the points that Brandon gets or the threes that Stu gets. He's such an important all-around player, a captain as well.
Can't hit the second free throw, and Brandon Jennings chasing the rebound commits a foul.
Surprisingly, for how much he's gotten into it tonight, that is only his first foul. Great for the Saints here.
Chaikin splits through 3 men, goes up, and he will be fouled. Kellen Welch a bit confused about the call, but is called a foul nonetheless.
It's his third, team fourth in this quarter. Four Saints amassing 3 fouls apiece tonight. Bridges, Cosby, Welch, and Brandon.
As Alex Chaikin hits the second. Lead is 10 for the Saints. Jennings, and he's fouled immediately by Trey Coles.
It's Coles' fourth of the night.
One more and he's done.
They'll try to inbound around him for sure then.
First free throw from Jennings, no good. Second for Brandon. This one is good, as Stuart Cosby will come off, Darius Gray will come on. The lead is 11 for St. Christopher's. It's Chaikin. Patrick driving, loses it, falls to Trinity. That's blocked by Darius Gray. Chaikin comes down with it, however. Patrick sends it out to Coles, puts up a 3, no good. Rebound Elijah Brandon. And that's going to be a foul on Isaiah Carter. A bit of an unnecessary foul at this stage in the game, but I'm sure Elijah won't mind the chance to add to his point total. Hits the first.
Looks like Darius, Sonny, and Brandon are making dinner plans in the center right now. As the three of them will come off together.
To a standing ovation, and deservedly so.
This could be the last home game for the Saints this year.
No, the first round of the Visa tournament will be at home. As Trey Coles pulls up from 3 and puts it in. Lead down to 9. We will stay with you through this timeout. But the first round of the Visa tournament, or excuse me, not the first round, but the Saints' first game of the Visa tournament will be on Tuesday. Their opponent is undecided, but at the moment they would be playing St. Stephen, St. Agnes, but a win tomorrow against Stab could move them up in the rankings and potentially see a different opponent coming to Scott Gym. We will see, however, and none of that will be decided until Sunday or Monday.
We'll be sure to keep you all updated, though, with whatever happens, as we'll be with you probably every step of the way. And a shout out to Edison here for keeping the STC TV Instagram always updated. He actually puts those out during the game. So those last stories.
I feel like Hayden Reagan deserves just as much credit as I do. He's the one who makes all those game day posts. Go follow HR Media on Instagram. Hayden does a great job. As just over 10 seconds to go. Zach Dabble, the inbounder, gets it to Jack Dem. He will be fouled by Isaiah Carter. .8 to go, 61-52. As Dem misses the first. Hits the second, however, as Brandon Jennings will exit. .10 lead, 8 seconds to go. Here's Brent Thompson, kicks it out to the corner. Trey Coles puts up a three, air ball, and that will do it. Break out the brooms. The Saints take down Trinity for the 4th time this year. And tomorrow night at 5:30, they are going to have a date with St. Anne's Belfield up in Charlottesville for the Prep League Championship. We will be there. So if you can't make it out to Charlottesville, tune in with us. I'm Edison Columbia alongside JT Mason. We want to thank all of you for tuning in, as tomorrow, once again at 5:30, the Saints going to be going for their first Prep League Tournament Championship since 2000, as Stab is the only one standing in their way, but it'll be a tough test as Stab's already beaten St. Christopher's twice, undefeated in the Prep League. So
it will keep us in your thoughts and prayers as we head up with the team. We're putting in the long hours, so you guys don't have to. Please tune in. Or, you know, if you're not too far up from around there.
Although, I mean, if you are going to be at JPJ to watch UVA take on North Carolina tomorrow, that game probably ending around 6. You might miss the first quarter and a half to first half maybe, but if you're leaving JPJ and you want some more basketball to watch, pull up to Stab and cheer on the Saints.
Thank you for tuning in for the 4th Friday in a row. 3rd or 4th, excuse me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and we will be back with you tomorrow.
We want to thank all of you for tuning in. Great win by the Saints.